One. Good morning. A warm welcome to all the participants and the advisory team of ThickNess Learning Community. We, ThickNess Learning Community, are happy to have you here for the international webinar on the leadership impact. We would like to mention that we have got 300 plus registration across India and few from overseas. We, ThickNess Learning Community, is a new online startup zeroing in on the sharing the knowledge through collaborative studies by organizing the expertise and professional talk, inspiring and motivating young minds towards entrepreneurial leadership, vision through various programs, and accelerating women empowerment that commits to scale up the quality of their life. Our upcoming webinars are Big Data, Trends and Opportunities, AI with Human Emotion, Interior Decoration as a career option, etc. And now, I would like to introduce our young and dynamic resource person, Ms. Anupriya Elango, Automation Test Lead, Cognizance, Chennai. Ms. Anupriya has completed a BE degree in Electronics and Communication at K.S. Rangasamy College of Technology under Anna University in the year 2015. After her graduation, she immediately joined Cognizant. Ms. Anupriya is an active learner, public speaker, and experienced in automation testing along with the team and project management skills. She has volunteered and organized many social events. She mentors students to build soft skills and help them shape their career, hobbies, and music and cooking. Once again, I'd like to welcome you all. Over to the resource person.
Thank you so much for the lovely introduction, and it is very good to have you all here. And first of all, I would like to thank you all for giving me this wonderful opportunity. So I'm just going to share my screen and let's get started. Okay, can I get the sharing privileges, please?
Can you check it now?
Yes, thank you. Okay, so am I audible and is the screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So let's get started. First of all, welcome to this session. Before starting this session, I would like to tell you all that this session is not particular for a domain or any occupation. Like it's not particular for a student, or it's not particular for an employee, or it is not particular for teaching profession or whatsoever. It is a session which is going to help you all in every walks of life, and hope it influences you to make better decisions, and it makes your future much brighter ahead. So let's get started. Okay, so let me walk you guys through the session's objectives for today. We are going to handle the session based on the objectives listed here. So we are going to see what exactly is ABCs of leadership and why we need leadership. And there is a confusion between managers and leaders, and we are going to sort that out as well. So as a part of leadership, we should understand what exactly responsibility is and accountability is. So if you want to become a leader, what exactly needs to be done? And there are a lot of inspiring success stories which is going to come also as well. So let's get started. So leadership is a very very vast topic. You can it is like an ocean in which you can dive, and you will get so much of information and so much of learnings to develop your skills. So according to me, I have listed the ABCs of leadership. uh, so the ABCs of leaders, I mean, do you guys have any idea what exactly is ABCs of leadership, or what A stands for? Okay, so let me go with the first one. So it is accountability. So accountability is a very very important value that a leader should possess. It is very leaders leaders should be accountable. I want you to make you guys understand first what exactly is accountability. Accountability is nothing but the decisions that you make, and you should stand by them. You should take the decisions, and you should be owning them. You are exactly answerable to that particular decisions that you make, so that makes you accountable for the decision. And as a leader, you have to be accountable for the decisions that you make. And the second one is brave. So being brave is very necessary. And there are a lot of, as a part of leadership, there are a lot of ups and downs which are going to come through the entire phase of being a leader. So when you're not brave, you will not be able to handle all the downs, particularly which comes as a part of leadership. So both ups and downs are a package. So when you're brave, you will be able to lead your profession or your life in a much better way. Okay, third one is communication. So communication is very important. I'm not here to tell you that communication in the sense, in the terms of language perspective. So it's not like if you know English, it's good, you're good in communication. It's not like if you know Hindi, you're good in communication. What exactly communication means is your words, your sentences, the way you talk has a power to influence people. It has the power to inspire them, and it has the power to do them wonders. They can be much better persons when you communicate them properly in a very good way. So that is why, when as a leader, when you take up leadership in any role, it is very very important for you to communicate in a much better way. So that is important. So I hope whoever wants to be a leader and whoever is learning the concept of leadership have to keep these three ABCs in mind. That is accountability and brave and communication. So I am going to tell you a little bit of stories which are related to this these three values. So it'll be much better for you to understand. Okay, so why leadership? Why? I mean, everybody is emphasizing on this particular virtue. Why it is important? Why do we need that particular, this particular skills to be developed? So leadership can make wonders. When it comes to a society, leadership gives you the power to make a change. Every of one of us, every individual, whoever is here, every individual in the family or whoever you might know, have something or the other to change in the society. They will be thinking that no, this is not happening right, you need to change this. So I don't know if how many of you people know Michael Jackson. So Michael Jackson, one of his song, he has mentioned, if you want to make a place, if you want to make the world a much better place to live in, then you have to take a look at yourself and then make a change. So this is the starting of the leadership. You have to take a look at yourself and then you have to make the change. Whoever is looking at their self in the mirror and is thinking, no, this is not going to happen, why am I sitting and why am I worrying about this particular thing, why it worries me, I should take a stand and I should make a change. So that is where the leadership starts. So why leadership matters? Why? As I told you, this gives you enormous power to make a change. Leadership is not like, okay, you lead this particular company and you have many followers, you have tons of people working for you. That is not leadership. For example, I can give you a person called a very very young leader who is called Greta Thunberg. I think everybody knows her. So she is just possibly 11 or 12 years of age, and she's just out there going to make the world much better place. So when she decided, okay, this is not what is supposed to happen, and this is climate change which is bothering us, why are we sitting at home and not doing anything about it? So she wanted to make a change. So she set out, and just imagine the response that she got from the entire community, the entire uh, world. She has millions and millions of people supporting her. So who would have thought that a person so young, so intelligent, so innocent can come holding charts outside a parliament, and she just made a huge difference. So that is what matters. So I encourage everybody, whoever wants to make a change, now just note down the things which is bothering you. You have to note down, okay, this is not done right. Okay, whatever the things that you think that needs to be to bring a change in the society, you need to note all those things down. Whatever the smallest and smallest of the change can make huge impact. Okay, so here we are going to see what exactly is the difference between a manager and a leader. So there is always a confusion. What exactly does a manager do and what exactly does a leader do? So as the slide depicts the exact picturization, the manager's style is do it and leader style is let's do it. So I really recommend everybody to go for the leader's mantra. It's let's do it. So managers are given particular goals to achieve. They are authorized by another supervisors, and they have certain tasks to complete, and they have much better, it's like they just assign the task and they just get the work done. But I'm not saying that the managerial role is underestimated and it is not good, or it is much lesser than a leadership role. It does have some power, it does have the power to make get the work done, it has the power to make people do what exactly is necessary. But when it comes to leadership, you get into the team and see how the people are working. If there is a very difficult task, you give them the ideas how to do it, and you tell them, you encourage them and how it should be done. So that is how many leaders overcome lots and lots of downs which has happened in their life, and they are quite successful now. It is because of that particular leader quality they had in them. If they had this managerial quality, they wouldn't have attained success in a very quick span of time. So it is a very subtle difference though. Majorly, I would suggest that everybody should follow the leader's mantra. Okay, so this is a very huge topic I needed to cover in this leadership session. Uh, Everybody wants to be, they want to be, they want to do that, they want to do this, they want to become, uh, they want to get into the army, or they want to be a teacher, but they will be in some other profession, but they will not own the responsibility to go ahead and get that. They would not get that kind of enthusiasm to work for it. We will be just sitting at home thinking, oh my god, what it would be, how great it would be if I would have done this, how great it would be if I would have get this done. But nobody works for it. So until and unless we get the things done, until and unless we are responsible enough, we will never ever get there. It is a very very subtle difference between responsibility and accountability. So why leaders should be accountable? As I told you, the ABCs of leadership starts with being accountable. So if you are a leader, you are going to lead many people, you're going to inspire people. So when it comes to accountability, what exactly it is accountability? As I mentioned in the beginning, it is just the ownership of your decisions that you make. You are answerable for all the decisions, the tasks or the vision that you have set. Everything is you are answerable. Um to give you a better understanding of this particular topic, I would like to give you a small story. It is actually not a story, it is a true incident which happened. So I don't know how many of you guys have seen, have you heard about this Hudson River? So Hudson River incident. So they actually have a movie made on this as well. So what happened, there was this pilot who was on a plane, and then he comes to know that he can't land the plane on the airport due to an engine failure. He had to make a quick decision, and he is responsible for the 155 passengers in the flight. So what could he have done? What could he have made the right decision? Many of them would have succumbed to the situation and got the 155 passengers dead in a minute. But he didn't do that. He immediately took the decision of landing the huge plane on a Hudson River. Can you imagine that? In that heat of a situation, and he decides to land the plane on the river, and he was able to um, uh, s- make all the 155 passengers, he got them safe and sound to the land, and he was able to save their lives. So that is his decision, and he was accountable for the decision. What could, what this could have been wrong as well. This could have been wrong, and this could have gone wrong. All the 155 lives could have been lost, but he made a decision, and he believed that he could land the plane on the river successfully. So all I want to tell here is, being accountable gives you power, gives you a lot of power to make huge decision under a lot of heating situation. So accountability, so I think this would make you understand much more better. Yeah, then responsibility. So when accountability is, as I told, it's owning the decisions that we make, and responsibility comes, it is quite similar to accountability. Responsibility is nothing but whatever tasks that are given to you, you have to be true to that, and you have to complete it as at the given point of time. That is responsibility. Or whatever duties that are assigned to you, that is responsibility. So as a person, we have a lot of responsibilities that we have to endure. We have, for example, as a person, we have to take care of our parents. That is our responsibility. So even the smallest of the things are responsibility, but it doesn't come under account. Nobody, whoever is responsible, doesn't hold the accountability. I'll tell you how. For example, if you are a manager and he assigns you tasks, but when you are a leader, you are accountable for the tasks that the people do. When they are, when they fail in their task, when the goal goes not as expected, so that time the leader has to take accountability, and he should stand by the team and help them understand that it is okay, and encourage them to do better. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood the vast difference. I mean, it is a very subtle difference, but this vast explanation on accountability and responsibility. So I would like to end this particular topic on saying, we shouldn't run away from our responsibilities. We should always try to be as accountable as possible. So this helps us in lot of ways, and it helps us in lot of ups and downs. Okay, so now, so here we say this slide is very important. So do you want to be a leader? I know a lot of participants are here who are students, who are teachers, who are an employee, and many occupations are there. So if you wanted to be a leader, what exactly you have to do? Any idea on that? No matter in which occupation you are, whatever occupation you are, the very first thing that you have to do when you want to be a leader is, you should take up volunteering pretty seriously. No matter what you are, if you are a student, if you are a teacher, or if you are any employee in a particular organization, you have to take volunteering pretty seriously. Volunteering might sound pretty, why we have to volunteer. So leadership starts with volunteering. So when you do volunteering, you naturally inculcate all the values that are required for a leadership. For example, if you are a student, they come to you and they just ask you, okay, if anybody interested to do this event, anybody is interested to organize this event. So immediately you start to volunteer. So when you volunteer, what happens is, you raise a hand among nearly, like, for example, among 60 students, you raise a hand and you come up with saying, yes, I can do it. That very moment of your kind of nomination for that volunteering takes you apart from the crowd. You will be standing out from the crowd, and that minute you become a leader. So that is why I always stress on volunteering. I myself, I am a living example for taking up volunteering so much during college days. You have to volunteer no matter what, in any tiny opportunities that you are given to. You want to go host of event, or if you want to, for example, as a part of student, hosting events, conducting seminars, workshops, whatever it is, you have to volunteer. When it comes to a corporate event, working in a corporate culture, they come and ask you, guys, we have this event coming up, who wants to volunteer? Please go ahead. So when you volunteer, you will meet a lot of other volunteers, in which will lead to a lot of healthy relationships. So what you do, you volunteer, you meet people, you build relationships, and after building relationships, when you talk to them, you would understand how different perspectives people have on a particular thing, or a life, for example. So all these things will develop a lot of leadership qualities in you. So as I told you, when you go volunteer and you see people and you build contacts, so when you build contacts, you will know how you meet people with a very similar vision, very similar mission, and they would love to collaborate with you. And when you tell that this thing is happening in the society, I am so terrified about it, and when the other person also is telling the same, you both can do some things which is going to change the world. Okay, so the if you want to take leadership pretty seriously, please go ahead and do some volunteering, and get in touch with people, and develop a lot of communities and inspire people. That naturally will make you a leader. Yeah. So when I told you about volunteering, about meeting people and everything, so I'm just summarizing the entire content here that we have discussed so far. So leadership is nothing but, first thing, you have to empower, inspire, and you have to find people who have a shared vision, and then you can lead them to make a change. For example, I can give you, I think many of you know Vikas Khanna. I don't know how many of you guys don't know him. He's a very famous chef. So during this COVID-19, what happened was, a very simple tweet of his changed into a huge project called the multi-million food drive. So that tweet, collected nearly 30 million meals for the entire people in India, whoever was suffering on hunger. So how to empower people? So he just put out a tweet, right? So he found out lot of help from other people. Many people had the same vision to, to abolish hunger, to make people, there are so many people deprived of hunger, and they are so helpless. So many people wanted to help. So when you find like-minded people, you can do big things. Leadership is not, you cannot do it individually at all. Yes, individually you can influence them, it is a power that gives you to inspire people, but as a team you have to make a change. So as I said, that Vikas Khanna's a single tweet, really guys, a single tweet made a huge difference, and now nearly 30 million foods and meals have been shared to the poor people in India. So that is how the leadership begins. So when you find people and you inspire them to do better things, you can just mingle along with them and lead the path to change. Okay, so here I give you a lot of success stories. Why success stories? Because as leaders, it will inspire us as human beings. It will inspire us a lot, and we will think, after this session, probably I want you guys to go back to your home. Go back, I mean, I obviously everybody is at home, but I want you guys to think that, what exactly is bothering you, what change needs to be done, or how you want to lead your life. How do you inspire people? So there are a lot of leaders, and the types of leaders are there. So whoever is in the slide now, so one of the charismatic leaders in history. He is Winston Churchill. So I want you guys to relate his personality with you. So in case if you guys are quite relatable, or if you see that he is also leading with passion, he used to use his charm to gain followers. He was very kind and very loving to all his followers. He put other people first and then himself. And so this made him a very charismatic leader. This made others to follow him. So that is how he gained lot of followers. So I'm just asking you guys to relate to many of the famous leaderships. Why? Because you can read lot about them, and you can gain knowledge from their life, and you can read books on them. So I particularly like Michelle Obama a lot. So I follow her much, and because she makes inspires women, she influences women to do better things, and she always tells that it is okay to be wherever we are, and we are going to get there wherever we want to be. So I read her book called Becoming Michelle Obama. Likewise, if you have an inspirational leader, you have to pick one of them and read their life story, as simple as it is. So that will give us many ideas. Okay, now I want to normalize leadership. It is not like Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama. All are leaders, and they are very, very famous. And their leadership mantra is known to everybody. But here, I want to normalize leadership. So everybody understands like leader is something big, and they have huge followers. They have many people that follow them, and they do whatever they are told to do. But here there are some people who are not that famous, but they are making a huge change in the society. For example, I have taken this data from United Nations website. So here we have Madison Taylor. She is a very young woman who is providing tutoring and childcare services for overworked parents. So this has made a change in their society, and she is helping others, and she is leading others to take up the similar profession and help the overworked parents. And then we have someone called Thomason from Nigeria. So what she does is, she was, when the COVID-19 was out and corona was spreading everywhere, her surroundings were not that aware of the disease, and they do not know how exactly sanitizing is required and everything. So she and her few of her friends went to markets, shopping malls everywhere, and they actually demonstrated how to sanitize their hands, what exactly need to be done to make to prevent corona and everything. So that is how she has encouraged many people in her locality to bring out a change, and give awareness to a lot of the local people. Okay, then we have Anton. Anton is also a very young man who was helping people who were indirectly affected by COVID-19. So there are people who are isolated, and they even can't even go out for getting groceries, can't walk their dogs, etc., etc. A lot of difficulties if you're isolated. So he picks up people who are very much isolated and cannot do things by their own. He and his friends, like minimum 10 of them, they spread out in their society, and they were helping people to do with their chores, and he got groceries for them. All these are very, very, very simple things, but it makes a huge difference. So please do not consider leadership as something which is it is very big. You have to run a company, you have to become a leader, then you have employees. Leadership is not that. Leadership is making a small change which influences others to do much better in their lives. So as I told about Anton helping COVID patients, so during COVID there is someone called Arjun Seth from India. He actually organized a fundraiser and helped nearly 1,000 poor families for as they were not getting food, there was no water, so he was arranging for it. So the thing is, all these small deeds make a big impact. So that is what the session is named as the leadership impact. What impact it does, a very small thought can bring a huge change. So finally, I would like to tell you all that leadership is not a title. It's not a title. It is a behavior. You need to live it. So once you make it a behavior, you are a leader, and you can make wonders in your life, in your profession, and also in your wherever you are. You can make a difference. So for students, I would suggest here, I know it's like a lot of advice that is being given here, but I would like to give a living example, which is me. During For particularly students, which I'm saying, when I was in college, we were just going to college, studying, then coming back home. So me and my friend, we wanted to do something different. What can be done? What exactly we are doing? So we are doing engineering. So what does an engineer do? We were thinking. So we used to make small electronic products. We had given me my I mean myself and my friend, we started this forum called student industry. So which made a lot of small electronic products, and we used to sell it. So this used to encourage entrepreneurship among the students. And now there are so many students that I know who are taking it up, and they are even running it like a business now. So a very small thing can make a very huge impact. Yes, so I think I was able to throw some light on this topic. I know it is a very huge one, but there is this is the minimal amount of knowledge that I needed to provide to an individual to understand this concept, and then he can take it from here. There is not like, okay, you are only there are born leaders, you cannot inculcate those values in you. Nothing like that. Anybody can become a leader if he wants to make a change, and if he has a belief that as an individual that he can influence others and inspire them to be better, then you are a leader for sure. So that's it, I'm done here, and we can have the question answer session for now. If anybody has any questions, we can go ahead and discuss here.
Questions are there in the chat box.
Okay, let me take a look at the chat box. Yes. Okay. So yes, so there is someone called Orbit here. I know that's not your real name, but thanks so much for joining and asking this question. Um, Okay, I understand many of them feel jealous while we volunteer. I'll tell you one thing. When I used to volunteer, a lot of my fellow people, whoever used to sit beside me in college, they used to tell, why are you doing this? Why you need to put your hands up for each and everything? It is not necessary at all.
Madam,
What?
madam, please stop your sharing.
Yeah, okay, got it. So thank you. So as I was saying, when I was in college, lot of people, lot of my friends, and not my friends were always encouraging, but there were people who used to come and tell me, why you need to put up your hands for each and everything. Then I used to sulk before, like, oh my God, am I doing it wrong? Why is it necessary for me to go for each and everything? And literally, I backed down twice or thrice. Then I realized, okay, they are feeling happy when I'm not putting my hands up and nominating myself for any event or organizing any event. Then I understood, okay, now that is called jealousy. So there is something called society or peer pressure. It is going to be always there. You should never mind about it at all. What you have to do is you have to think only two things. If you want to do it, you have to go for it, no matter what. No, actually it doesn't work in college, or it doesn't work, this doesn't work only in college, it works for life. Please do not think about the society. If you want to do the right thing, please go ahead and do it. If you want to volunteer, go ahead and do it. So if your friends are really true to you, they will definitely support you. If they are not, then I don't think you have nothing to lose. Okay, so please volunteer and don't back down from anything. Yeah, so we have Arun. Arun is saying, will attitude of a person plays an important role in leadership? Definitely attitude plays an important role in leadership. Attitude is just the perception that you look at things. So you have to have a very open-minded attitude, and you have to look and analyze things. So this is very important. And always stay positive, keep a positive attitude, and don't let the negative energy and bother you in any way. Please stay positive and do justice to your role. That is important. Okay, what should we do if he's not cooperating in the team? Maybe let us assume he is lazy. So Aparajita is asking this question. Okay, we'll do one thing, Aparajita. What we have to do is, you have to just, as a leader, he's not cooperating. So if you are the team lead, I am a team lead now in my company. So I have people who are, there are different people. When you say it is a team, all the members in the team are not going to be the same. So you have to call him, I mean, just have a one-to-one talk. Just be kind enough and ask him exactly what is the problem. See, this has to be done today, but this is not done. Probably this is impacting our task, and this is impacting our delivery or something. What should we do? Because this is impacting the entire team. You just have a one-to-one talk. So ask him, why is he lazy, why is he not doing thing. And you have to be kind enough. In leadership especially, what is important is you have to put in words in such a way that they are not rude or not blunt or not hurting anybody's feelings. It's very important to know why he's lazy. He can be going through a very very important phase in his life, which is filled with problems. He must have lost someone whom he loved, or he might, anything could be the problem, anything could be the reason behind his laziness. Okay, for if he's deliberately lazy, you can just tell him, listen, you are impacting the team's performance. It would be great if you could cooperate. Then again, if he is not cooperating, what could be done is, if you can take it to the higher officials, they'll take it up further. So that is how the teams needs to be managed. Okay, but you can't put up with him all the time for being lazy, right? So please talk to him, have a one-to-one conversation, and understand his reason behind laziness. Okay. Okay, so please share your corporate experience. Okay, yeah. I'm a kind of people's person. I love talking to people. I love working with people. So when I was in college, I used to work with lot of students, lot of juniors. We used to have this interacting sessions. Okay, we used to ask them what exactly they need. We used to give them lot of advice on improving skills, how to talk to people, how to manage a situation, how to manage an interview and everything. So when I went to corporate, it was not a very difficult job for for me because I worked so much in college. I didn't do only studying and only getting marks. I did more than that. So you need, we actually started a forum. I was in a skill development academy, which made me a better person. So many things. So, to be frank, if you want to have a very good corporate experience, you need not go to college, just sit and study and then come to corporate. Then it will be a huge blow to you. You will not understand, oh my God, what is this? Why so many people around and everything. So, when you're easy in college, it will be very fun for you. And for me, my corporate experience is very good. I mingled with a lot of people. I have so many friends now, and you will understand each other's perceptions towards life, and it is pretty interesting out there. So don't worry about it in case if you're coming to corporate. Okay, so we have Malika Arjun asking, seniors won't follow the others, particularly juniors. What to do in that situation? Okay, Malika Arjun, are you saying that seniors do not follow juniors? Am I right? In that case, to be frank, you know what? I have a team. I am leading a team. In that particular team, I have people who are experienced more than me. I am nearly 4 years or 5 years of experience I have in corporate. They have like 8 or 9 years of experience. Okay, so instead of, if you have to go and talk to them, what I had an issue was, oh my God, they are seniors, how are they going to listen to me? That was pretty difficult for me to understand, to go to them and realize what exactly they need. So what I did was I told them, okay, so this is the task that we have to do. Please let me know that if you need any help on this. So he was not sure that if he had to take up tasks from me who was a junior. So later on I went up to that particular person and I told him, actually you need to give them the power that they are also senior, and you respect the fact that they are seniors, and as a junior your job is to just give them, your job is to make them follow you. How is because you kind of you should maintain a very good relationship with them. You should be kind enough. First of all, being kind is a very important virtue. Go be kind and ask them, how are they doing, what exactly they need, do they need any help. So in case if they are not following or if they are grumpy or anything, then you can take it up to the higher level of the team. But anybody, if you are kind, right, they will definitely fall for you. It's not like, I'm not telling it as a trick, or I'm not telling it as a magic that you can do on people, but that is how you should be. That is how this world should work. It has to be kindness everywhere. Once you are kind, then I think they will be much more comfortable talking to you, much more, they will be in ease to go with you, and they'll be like saying please, thank you, kindly. All these words make a huge impact on a person. I particularly talk to my juniors also in the same manner. Can you please do this for me? Can you please get this done for me? So all these are not tactics, but this is how a person should be, and this is how we have to talk to people. I hope I answered your question, Mallikarjuna. Okay. So we have Aparajita asking one more question. What is the reasonable chance or time that we can give? Okay. What is the reasonable time or chance that we can give to decide to sack? Okay, this is a very tricky question. Okay, are you talking about the lazy guy here? So in that case, if he's not useful to the team, if you think so, then probably you can shift him to the another team and see how he's working, or else you can give him an ultimatum saying that, boss, I give you like 2 months of time. If this is not done, I'm sorry, this has to be maybe this can be the end of your project. So in that way we can put it out. Okay, so let us first understand what exactly is the problem, and then we will we can give him one more chance. We can tell him, like, we can give him shift him to another team. We can you go ask him what he is good at, or if this task is not, if as a team lead, you allocate tasks to everybody, so you should know what tasks he can do. So in that case, even if he's not doing the task, then you can give an ultimatum to him, like you can give him like 2 weeks or 2 months. It depends on your particular task that needs to be done, right? So give him an ultimatum for 2 weeks and see how it goes. If it's again, if he's relentless, I mean, he's not bothering, I think then you have to give it a shot and tell him, boss, this is not the right thing to do, and we should be taking a difficult decision now. So then probably they would understand the importance of doing the work. Okay, Ahmad is asking, can you give us main steps or keys to be a successful leader? Okay, so Ahmad, I don't know in which domain you are, but what I would like to say is, um, if you have a change to be, in what domain you need to become a leader. For example, if you are a student and if you have to lead something, then you can volunteer. All you have to do is you have to volunteer yourself in bringing up that change, so that will lead to lot of positivity, and that vibes will let you know that naturally you will get a lot of support from your folks and everybody to become, to lead whatever you want. For example, I can tell you, I wanted to lead a team for a very long time. Okay, but then I was not getting the chance. But but I used to do lot, whatever work I was given, I used to be kind of perfect in it. So you all, if you want to, then what makes it important is your leader or your superior to realize that, okay, she can also lead a team. In that case, you can prove it to someone that you also can lead. Otherwise, if you want to be a leader on your own, all you have to do is you just need to believe, okay, if you want to have a startup or something, then you have to believe, okay, this is going to work, and I'm confident that this is going to happen, and you just go for it. Don't think of any steps or this is what I have to do. You just go for it, and you will see things happening and falling into place, and then you will naturally become a leader. Okay, why is it necessary, the leadership impact on globalization? Just give me a minute. I think my internet is, yes. So the leadership impact on globalization, I think everybody knows this, but uh, we have our world leaders taking care of us now, and I think all the leaders that are put up there in responsible should be accountable, and they should think how it's not working, right? If you see, in United States there are a lot of problems, in India there are a lot of problems, but that is what I've been saying from the beginning. If you believe that there can be a change in the society, you need to become a leader. um, for example, there are a lot of people who are against Trump and whatever is happening in US and its economy. It is all berserk there. So that is what leadership does to whatever domain you're working on. If the leader is not good, it is going to be a big mess. If the leader is good, even a mess can be made very, very beautiful. You, from the scratch, you can build beautiful things. Sukumar is asking, how was your leadership exposure at home, dealing with parents and family members if any conflict arises? This is, I told you, like I said, this session is not particularly for any occupation, it is for life. Every family have their own problems, right? Every family have their own problems. Every parents or, we all deal with problems. But what matters is how we handle it. For example, if there is a problem at home, what I would do is I will ask everybody to sit and talk through it. You have to make sure that you shouldn't, in my home we have a policy called, you shouldn't go to bed angrily. Okay, you shouldn't go to bed angry, and whatever it is, you have to solve it out. So always put up a smile and go to bed instead of getting grumpy and going there. So this actually works everywhere. You just need to, there is not a problem which cannot be solved with by talking, right? So you just need to talk to them and get the problem solved. Okay, Aparajita, good answer. Only concern is that our repeated kindness is not taken for granted for him to non-perform. Okay, Aparajita, thank you so much for asking questions. Yes, do we have any other questions? Okay. Thank you all for attending the session. I think that there are at least few people who were, this session was fruitful, and thanks everyone for joining.
Yeah.
I think there is one more message.
A warm and wonderful morning in our most valued speaker and participants. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks speech and acknowledgement contribution on this wonderful occasion, international webinar on leadership impact. First and foremost thing, I express my sincere gratitude to young and dynamic speaker of the day, Ms. Anupriya Elango, Automation Test Lead, Kohinan, Chennai. Despite her busy schedule, has found time to grace us with this wonderful lecture. Thank you, Anu. Really awesome. The session is very, very, very excellent. Good. So much of interaction also. Thank you very much, Anupriya.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yes. Yes, I also express my heartfelt thanks to our advisors for their valuable contribution, encouragement, wonderful guidance and support. I'm also very grateful to our technical team for all support and arrangement to make this webinar grand success, because we have received more than 300 registrations from various states of India and different countries too. So we are using two platforms here, Zoom and YouTube live streaming. Without their contribution, we can't execute this show. I express my special thanks to our sponsors, Unimax Technologies, Coimbatore, and RR Nets, Chennai, who supported behind the success. Not the least, I would like to thank all the participants from national and international for showing their interest in this webinar, for making this event resounding success. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. Have a pleasant day. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.